Good morning, children. Welcome back to English class. Hope you are safe and healthy at home. Hope you have done your homework on time and submit on time, right? So, in the last class, we have gone through the summary of our chapter. What is the title of our chapter? Yes, Living Dreams. Who is the author? Yes, very good. Vinita Ramchandani. So, now it's time for us to have a look on our chapter. So, shall we start? Yes. Okay, let's start. Chapter 1 Living Dreams. Dears, what do you mean by dreams? Do you have any idea if there is any difference between dreams and living dreams? Maybe living dreams might have some connection with our goals in our life. Okay? Have you heard about Clara Hughes, a Canadian cyclist? Some of you might have learned about her. Okay? And let me start with her quote. If you dream and you allow yourself to dream, you can do anything. Now let me tell you what is the specialty of her. Clara Hughes, a Canadian cyclist and speed skater. She is a 6-time Olympic medalist in cycling and speed skating. And she is the only athlete in history to win multiple medals in both the summer and winter Olympics. So she was so inspired by her goal, and now she is here to inspire. Okay, let's talk about the living dreams again. Living dream means goals. Do you dream about what you want to be in the future? What else want you to require to make your dreams come true? Do you have any plans? You might have a lot of plans. Here we have a boy with living dreams. Shall we look on him? What is his name? Can you guess? Yes, Damu. So let's check into the chapter first. Okay, ready? Let's start. What is the speciality of Damu? Yes, in the last class we have discussed that he is an imaginative boy. It's time to check the living dreams of Damu. Let's start with the first paragraph. Then I'll give you a short description of each paragraph. Okay, clear? So first let me start. Chapter 1 Living Dreams. Damu was standing on a stage. Hundreds of students from school were looking up at him in adoration. Damu was singing. The note drop in his hands was the mic, and the daughter flotiles were the audience. In the crowd, Damu could see his father and his uncle. Both were crying, overwhelmed by Damu's talent. Both were regretting the times they had scolded the boy. Damu's golden voice had struck a chord. Dears, in this chapter you might have seen a lot of new word meanings that you have to note down and try to practice in your daily life. Okay? Now let me get into the meaning. A chapter starts with the dream of Damu. We have already discussed that Damu is an imaginative boy. Whenever he gets time, he is off to dream. So a chapter starts with Damu's dream on a stage. Actually, he is having a dream, and in his dream, he was standing on a stage, and there is a mic in his hand, and the audience are clapping and enjoying. Another speciality of this audience is that he could see his father and his uncle there in the audience. They were crying, overwhelmed, overjoyed by Damu's talent. So Damu also is so happy about this. In reality, there is a knotted rope in his hands which he has taken as a mic, and he is standing on a dotted floor tiles which he had imagined as the audience. Suddenly something happened. Let's check. Oh my gosh. Damu leapt a few inches as if he had been shot. Yes, here is his sister. He starts the complaints of Smriti Chichi. Leave this boy for a few minutes and he's off dreaming. I'm so fed up with you. Amma told you to tidy the house, right? Have you done that? This irritates Damu, and he walks off and off to the seashore. There he spotted his father Sudhakaran and uncle Arvind. They were repairing the nets. He quickly turned back. Then there is a conversation between his father and his uncle about his habit of daydreaming and all. And it was overhearing by an octogenarian fisherman, Naushad. Please note down the word octogenarian and find out the meaning, okay? Here interrupts Naushad by telling, have you tried talking to him? Then Sudhakaran replied by saying that he doesn't want to be a fisherman. Damu doesn't want to be a fisherman. He wants to study and become a rocket scientist. A rocket scientist. Note down the living dream of Damu. What is the living dream of Damu? Yes, to become a rocket scientist. Then comes the reply of Naushad. There is nothing wrong in studying or wanting to be a rocket scientist. How can you blame him for that? It's his dream. Then they have a discussion and they have decided to take Damu with them. The very next morning, Damu was woken up at 3:30 a.m. Early morning, with his eyes still gummed with sleep, he put on his shirt and followed his father. Because the family council had decided that they would have to be firm with him to make him responsible and to teach him their vocation. What do you mean by vocation? Yes, trade or profession. Note down the word. To teach him his vocation by taking him fishing at the unearthly hours that fishermen are used to. What do you mean by unearthly hours? Yeah, early morning. Okay. So, to make him more responsible, all the family members along with Naushad, they have decided to take him for fishing for the first time. Please note down, we are in page number 4. Here you can see a picture, beautiful picture. Here also, Damu is off to dream. Here, the light of the lanterns had set him off. The cave was lit by a light that seemed to come from the mountain of coins that were piled up. Yes, now Damu is in a cave full of gold. He is again off to dream. And the coins threw a sharp light of their own that touched the ceiling of the huge cave. Damu discarded his land. Discarded means got rid of. He needed his hands to collect as much as gold as he could. And he is so eager to collect the gold in his dream. Suddenly, a sharp poke on his head, and he was back onto the shore from his dream. So please note down this paragraph. Page number 4, second paragraph. Again comes Damu's dream. Okay, second dream. The first dream was that on a stage as a singer. The second is here he is collecting gold coins. Please note down. Okay, let's move on to the next paragraph. Actually, Damu was irritated, but he was happy to see Naushadapan on the boat. Okay, he was a nice man. And he considered his father and uncle as bad-tempered man. Okay, when they started rowing, most of them surprised because Damu rowed very well. Actually, Damu was participating in a snake boat race. Have you heard about snake boat race? Yes, it's famous in Kerala, right? Snake boat race is actually competition. For Damu, it was a snake boat race. That means he was again off to dream. This is his third dream. And for him, it was neck to neck competition from the other district. And it was a matter of life and death to him. Suddenly, he was awakened by Naushadapan. Again, his dream interrupted. So, what was his third dream? It was about a snake boat race. And Naushad asked him about water. Here in this page number 5, in this paragraph, there is a conversation between Damu and Naushad. Naushad tried to evoke an interest in Damu about fishing. Okay, here they are discussing about water and all the creatures in water. They are comparing water into some other things. So please note down all those lines. Okay, for instance, when it's noon, I don't see the water, the glitter of the sun on the water seems like gold that I can collect. So here both of them are comparing water and things into different things. At last, Naushad is asking a curious question to Damu. If you find water so beautiful, why don't you like to be a part of it? There comes the answer, the exact answer of Damu. Why he is not interested in fishing. He is honest with his answer. I don't want to drag the boat every morning and go fishing. I hate it. This is the exact reason why he doesn't want to become a fisherman. So please note down this. Then Naushad became silent and he started with fishing and fishes. Here Naushad is succeeded to make him curious about sea. After some time, when the boat returned, Sudhakaran had a very good and happy howl. Check the meaning of the word howl. At this moment, Naushad again tried to evoke interest in Damu by telling about fish rulers and communities of fishes, and the other oarsmen listened to them silently. At this point, Damu's eyes were both alert and dreamy as he talked to Naushad. Each and every word of the old man drew pictures in the eyes of the imaginative child. When they reached home, Damu's mother was astonished when she saw the amount of fish at the bed of the boat. Can you find out the name of his mother? Yes, Devaki. Not only this, she was surprised by Damu also because he was crying. I caught the mama, cried Damu. All of them are surprised. Beginner like might be muttered Arvindan. It might be the beginner's luck. Can you identify who is the beginner here? Yes, Damu. Damu as a fisherman, it is the it is his beginning as a fisherman. So here beginner's luck, that is what his uncle Aravindan muttered about this huge amount of fish. Okay, but he was actually smiling beneath his mustache to Sudhakran because why? Can you guess why did they smile? Yes, because they have succeeded in their attempt to change the mind of Damu from rocket scientist to a fisherman. Then comes the last part of the story. Here, there is a conversation between Damu's father and mother, Sudhakaran and Devaki. When she starts to do the dishes, Sudhakaran comes here. They become nostalgic about their childhood and they had a conversation. They were talking about sweeping the floor, mending the nets, yanking the hand pump, etc. Here comes the most understanding words of Sudhakaran about Damu. He reveals it to Devaki by saying that today an old man taught me a few lessons. I realized that I too was like Damu once. I had a vivid imagination and everything changed. We grew up and forgot to be amazed by simple things like water, sun, dewdrops, or a matchstick. I think he will make a good fisherman, said Sudhakaran. These are the most striking words of Sudhakaran of the story because at this point he had learned about Damu. What is he going through? Actually, once he was also like Damu. He had a lot of dreams, but when he grew up and he became a fisherman, just like that, Damu also once will be a good fisherman. The ends our story. Actually, Sudhakaran has learned this from Naushad, an old fisherman. So this is what continues for generations. Through this beautiful story, Vinita Ramchandani is discussing a lot of things here. She's talking about the imagination of children, how the elders is understanding and make twist in it. She also discusses about what's normally happening in the ordinary families, especially in some families that are following some specific vocation like fishing. In the last class we have discussed a lot about our author, so I am not here to discuss her again. So now it's time for us for comprehension. I had given comprehension A, section A for you as a homework. Some of you have done it and still some of other to attach it. Okay. Anyway, I'm just discussing the answers here for you. Page number 7, section A, answer in brief. Question number 1. Why were Damu's uncle and father crying? Can you guess what will be the reason? Yeah, it's there in the first paragraph itself. What is the reason Damu's uncle and father crying? Okay, find out the answer and tell me. It is there in page number 2 and the first paragraph. Second question. What's your idea of Damu's father and uncle from their conversation? Here you have to give your own answer about what do you understand by Damu's father and uncle. What have you understood from the conversation about Damu? What is the idea that comes in your mind that you have tried as the answer of second question? Okay, let's move on to third question. Why was Damu woken up at 3:30 a.m.? Yeah, can you find out the answer here? Can you guess which is the page number? Yes, page number 4, first paragraph. Damu was woken up at 3:30 a.m. So what will be the reason? Yes, he has to go for fishing. And from there in that first paragraph you have to find out the answer and write it in your own words. Okay. And next question, why did Damu throw away the lantern? The same answer, the answer comes here in the same place, page number 4 in the second paragraph. Here there is a connection between Damu's second dream. Yeah, what was the dream of Damu? He was in a cave and he was trying to collect the gold coins. So what will be the reason to throw away the lantern? Yeah, of course he want to collect gold coins as much as he could. Okay, so there comes the answer in page number 4, second paragraph. Write the answer. And next question, how did Damu row? Who was surprised by it? Yeah, that also comes in page number 4 in the last paragraph. Yeah, how did Damu row? There you can find out the answer and also who were surprised by it. Okay, that also is there in the same paragraph. Find out the answer and write here. And last question, what reason did Damu give for not wanting to go fishing? It also comes here in page number 5 when they were discussing, when Naushad and Damu were discussing about fishing and about water. Damu is clearly giving his excuse. Yeah, I have told you to underline it. Okay, so I think it's easy to find out the answer. So section A is very easy. And section B in page number 8, read these lines from the text and answer the question. Yeah, here you can find 2 extracts. This I have given you as homeworks. Okay, for today's homework, section B. I'll read the questions for you, but you have to read the textbook and you have to find out the answers. Clear? This is the homework. Question number 1, leave this boy for a few minutes and he is up dreaming. Who said these words and to whom? Very simple question, right? Yeah. Second one, describe what the listener was doing. Yeah, listener. What the listener means? Who is the person who is uttering this word? That is the first question. And in that part, it comes to whom it is uttering. Okay. And the second question is about the listener who was listening to these lines. Okay. So what was he doing? And third question is, what did the listener do after this? After this command, what was this person doing? Okay, so you have to first identify the listener. Okay, it was also an easy question. Second one, sorry to interrupt, but have you tried talking to him? Yeah, this is also a gentle words of a gentleman. Yeah, who said these words to Where was he? Okay, so that also you have to find out. I'll give you a clue. It is in the beginning, page number 3. Okay, find out the answer. And section question number B, what did the person mean? Yeah, what is the person who is that, who has commented these words? What is the meaning of these lines? Okay, that you have to guess and write. I think you can. And next question is, what did the listener tell him? Yeah, the person who had listened to this command, what was the reply of that person? Okay, what was the reply of the listener to the person who commented these lines? I think it's clear and it's easy to, okay, try to do it by yourself. If you have any doubts, you can contact me. Okay, now let's move on to section C, answer in detail. Okay, here you have to write the sentence in 3 or 4 sentences. Okay, section C you have to answer in 3 or 4 sentences. So first question is, why did Damu leap up? Why did Damu leap up? Can you find out the answer? I'll give you a clue. Those who have read the textbook, you can easily find out the answer. Okay, so that is why I given you reading as a homework. You should read your textbook. If you are reading it, you can easily find out all the answers. Okay, anyway, I'll give you some clues. Why did Damu leap up? It comes in the beginning of the story in page number 3. Find out the answer. Okay, here you have to give the reason also. Okay, what was he doing? What is the reason for this? That also, all the things you have to include. Okay, what was he doing? Why he leaped up? All those things you have to include. You have to write in 3 or 4 sentences. Okay. And second one, why had Damu's excitement at meeting his sister quickly soared? Here you can give the very own words of Damu. He was thinking about his sister, how he loved her, but just after her marriage, how much she has changed. All those things. That also comes in the same paragraph in page number 3. Okay, what all things he had recollected about his sister. Okay, all those things comes as the answer of this question. And third one, how did Naushad and Damu feel about water? This answer comes in page number 5. Okay, here they have a conversation between Naushad and Damu about water, about how do they feel about water, the color, just something about honey and all. There is a discussion about gold, honey and all. So such lines you have to read and you have to make it into sentence and write about the answer. And also here you have to differentiate what is the concept of Damu and what is the concept of Naushad. All those things we have to differentiate. Okay, that comes in page number 5. Read it and read it very well and try to answer their comparison about water. Okay, and question number 4, how do you know that Damu's uncle, father and mother were proud of his good owl? How do you know that? Yeah, it's there. It's clearly signs are given here, right? It comes in page number 6 on the last, in the middle of the pages. There is a discussion about Damu's howl and his Devagi was surprised by the amount of the fish, and there is a comment by Arvindan and Sudhagar, all those things that you have to change it into sentence of your own words and write as the answer in page number 6. Okay, in the middle part, just after fishing, when they reached home, they had a discussion, means they had a conversation. That all things comes as the answer here. Read it very well and try to make it into sentence. Okay, and last question, did Sudhakaran understand Damu better at the end of the story? How do we know that? Here 2 types of answers. Here also we have to first, we have for the first question we have to answer the comment of Sudhakaran, and also in the second question, how do we know that? It comes as a part of this question. Here we have to clarify the reasons also. Okay, how he could understood the matter from Naushad, etc. All those things. This you have to write in your own words. Okay, you, according to your own understanding level, you have to write. But first we have to start with Sudhakaran's words to Oh, Devaki, his mother. That comes in the last part of the story in page number 7. Okay. So I think it's clear now. Anyway, I have just given the clues about the question answers, and section B is homework for you. Section C also you can write in your notebook. Okay. And one more thing I have to tell you, from this year onwards, I'll not give you any detailed notes. I'll just give you clues only. You can, if you have any more doubts, you can always text me through WhatsApp. I'll help you through voice clip. But try to write the question answers in your own words. Clear? Because while you are writing in your own words only, your language will improve. If I am assisting you with the notes, then there is no purpose of learning language here. I want your language to be improved. Okay, so you should write it in your own words. No, don't worry about the mistake. Grammar mistakes will be there, and little errors will be there. It's okay. We can rectify all those things. At first, make yourself confident about writing notes, okay, of your own. Okay, don't copy from anyone. Try to be try to write to your own in your own language. Okay, try to write in your own language. Whether it is a there are a lot of mistakes, it's okay, you just don't worry. Okay, there is nobody in this world who haven't done any mistake. We all are learning by making mistakes, so you just don't worry. Try by writing the answer, and try to find out the answers by yourself. You do not copy from anyone, and if you want any assistance, you can contact me always. Okay, I'm there to help you. So try to write from here onwards, in your own language. Yeah, it's time to wind up our class today, and let's revise the homework once again. The first homework, daily homework, it is read your textbook. Okay, minimum 5 times. You can choose either a loud reading or a silent reading. It's according to your own convenience. Okay, but especially in English period, you should read your textbook minimum 5 times. Okay, and the second homework is section B. Read the lines from the text and answer the question. I helped you. Okay, if there is any more doubt, you can contact me. And third homework is section C, answer in detail. Okay, hope it's clear. If you have any more doubts, if you have any other difficulty, please feel free to contact me. Thank you.